How is pain and suffering calculated in a personal injury claim in the state of Alabama? Well, unfortunately, there is no formula. There is no black and white rule that says you are entitled to X if you've been in an accident like this and had injuries like this. There's no book, there's no website, there's no personal injury calculator that you may have seen online. None of that matters. All that matters is what have past juries done in verdicts in cases involving similar facts, similar injuries, and similar medical treatment. That's really the only way to determine what a fair settlement amount is for pain and suffering, because if you can't reach a settlement, a jury will eventually tell you what your pain and suffering is worth. You know, there's an old school train of thought about what some people call the multiplier method, where you take the amount of medical bills and multiply it by 3 or 4. If somebody has $4,000 in medical bills, then $12,000 would be a fair total settlement. We shy away from that method, and I'll tell you why. The amount of medical bills is not always indicative of how much somebody has suffered and how much pain they have. For example, I've had several cases involving fractured ribs or fractured sternums. There's not a lot of medical treatment that can be done for that. Rarely is surgery needed to fix those injuries, but you do suffer for weeks and weeks and weeks with severe pain. Every time you cough, sneeze, laugh, you're going to have pain. And so while you may only have a couple of $1,000s in medical bills, I don't want to multiply that times 3 or 4 and say that's a fair settlement. There's also cases where our clients are going to have pain the rest of their life. Certainly don't want to use some multiplier method in a case like that. Every case is different, and all you can really do to make an educated guess, and that's what calculating pain and suffering is an educated guess as to what a jury would do. And the only way to really know that is to contact a personal injury lawyer who has experience in cases similar to yours in the same state and county where your accident happened. They can give you an educated guess as to what a fair range is for your pain and suffering. There is no book, there's no website, there's no calculator. There's only knowledge of personal injury attorneys who have been through these types of cases before and represented clients in front of juries in the county where your accident happened. That's the only way to calculate pain and suffering.